and welcome to Geeks Around. I'm your host, Matt Moore, and we are here discussing The Flash Out of Time. I'm your host, Matt Moore, and we are here with a relatively full panel. Let's start with the left. Charles Whedon. How you doing, Charles? All right,
I'm doing all right.
Charles.
Episode was amazing. Love to talk about it. If
Go on. All right, next we
okay,
have...
yes, I thought the episode was amazing. Although I'd love to talk about it, I just don't know if my internet's gonna let me.
Well, we'll see. We'll definitely see. Next to him, we have Isaiah Moulton. How you doing, Isaiah?
Oh, I'm doing great, sir. I love the episode, and also, I was right about 99% of the whole show itself. So, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, we're going to get into that because I don't agree. But next to him, we have Lou. How you doing, Lou?
I'm doing good. Show was great.
Like the episode?
Show was great. Really enjoyed it. Liked the fact, we can go into time.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. I am going to start this particular discussion with one simple fact. Well, I guess two simple facts. One, this is the best episode of The Flash that we've had thus far. Does everyone agree?
Yes.
And it didn't happen.
Yes.
None of it happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a single second in this fucking episode actually happened in the Flash universe. Because the Flash kissing Iris didn't happen. He went back to the past. Started fresh. Telling Iris that he's the Flash didn't happen. Cisco dying didn't happen. Everyone finding out who Wells was didn't happen. Nothing in this fucking episode actually happened other than him running down the street and seeing himself. That was the only thing that happened in this episode that will still be the same.
Yeah, sadly, that's the biggest problem behind the Flash itself. That if you can go, it's cool that you go back in time, but it's gonna be like the reset button, like reset, reset, reset. Like really, really.
Hey,
So it's gonna be like
hold
that.
up, man. So you mean to tell me that cool-looking lightsaber that Cisco made doesn't exist?
No, it exists because it existed before this storyline.
Yeah, before.
So the cool-looking lightsaber still exists because it existed before the story started. However, them actually using it, them actually defeating the Weather Wizard at the police station, that never happened.
Yep. However, the Flash can't stop him now.
Are you kidding? Like next episode, the Flash is going to be like, oh, I'm running to Star Labs, I'm grabbing this freaking wand, I'm defeating the Weather Wizard because I know where he is, and then we can actually continue on with the rest of the episode.
Yeah, so
that's how it's going to be. Cisco's still going to be alive. Wells will still will still be protected. Iris will still not know. Yeah, like they will be a couple. Like everything that happened in this episode will start.
Yeah, and that's one thing I want to ask you guys too, because since they're doing going back in time, which is again is one awesome plot for the Flash, but it's kind of like the biggest double-edged sword in storytelling. Because let's take, for example, Heroes. They went back in time and went forward in time so many times that the plot made no damn sense, or pretty much it was pointless to care because they're just going to reset it again and again. And I hope the Flash is not falling that trap there where when you reset time itself, you're redoing another key element of the story that was so awesome that you reset all over again. So that's a really double-edged sword there that it's hard to escape sometimes.
Something that I found very cool, though, is that they explained how time travel is going to work in the very first episode it happened. Is you have the Flash go back in the past, and he takes over. There's not two Flashes in this universe.
Right.
There's only one. His consciousness takes over the body that he was 3 days ago.
Yep.
So he has all the knowledge he had over those 3 days, and now he can redo those 3 days over again. It's not like there's two Flashes running all over the city.
Right. It's like Deja Vu, like that. The movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Saw it.
Sure.
It was a good movie.
I enjoyed Deja Vu.
But yeah, it makes it to where the chances of paradox are much, much lower. Like anything that happened during that period of time probably is not going to come into play. According to the previews, it may come into play. Time might try and correct itself, but I'm still kind of weary of that. We'll see.
Right. And plus, time is a very flexible. It's very flexible. Oh, it's a very flexible river. You can bend it, you can shape it any way you like, but it will still be pretty much the same. Time is just like that. Time is very much a unique and pretty much a fascinating force of nature.
Sure, okay. So
I'm a nerd, I know.
Let's talk about the events of the story itself. Let's pretend that none of this episode is going to be retconned, and that everything that happened in the story actually did happen. First off, I think everybody was fucking happy to see Iris and Barry get together, correct?
Correct.
No.
It was fine. Like, thank you, God. Sorry, it was getting
No,
on.
Lou, you weren't a fan?
No.
Why not?
It's like, why? It's like a storybook ending to them two. No, fuck that. You should have left them with the other girl and left her with fucking Eddie. Boom. Let them, okay, you love me, I love you, but you know what? You had the chance, you blew it because you told me no. I'm building something with this person here. Why should I stop building something with this girl here for you?
Because of the fact, and I know we had a contrary argument to this in Walking Dead, but because of the fact that everyone that has read the comics knows that Barry and Iris are destined, and destiny is the correct word here, is destined to be together.
Okay.
It is, because
I know you're not a big fan of
it all.
but yeah, they're destined to be together. That is where they're going. It would be like having Spider-Man and Mary Jane like not being married for 8 years. Oh wait, they did that. And they just got back together after 8 years of
And they
barely
retconned
knowing
it too.
Oh God!
Yeah.
So basically, it's like, everything has to be.
They retconned the
We have to make them stay together. No, fuck that. Give me something different. Make it a different take.
Spider-Man has been a character for 50 years. He's been married to Mary Jane Watson for 25 of that.
Okay, to be honest, he actually cheated her too.
He's been married to Mary Jane. So yes,
And also
they
Black
brought
Cat.
them back together.
Well, Black Cat, he
And
did have
the same thing here. You cannot have you can't have Wally West without Iris West. And Wally West is going to be the next Flash.
down the road.
Yes, exactly.
Well, down the road is maybe next season.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna say season 3, but yes, it is very
The
possible.
producers are saying they might introduce him next season.
If they do introduce him next season, he'll be time traveling.
Yeah, I'll say that
Yeah,
too.
he'll come to the past and visit. But yeah.
Oh, I came to see my mama and papa.
Hey, that can happen. That could really happen. Like, you guys died, so I'm going to prevent it. Like Trunks in the future Trunks.
Oh God, please don't.
I was going to pick up on that. Like, he said future Trunks. That means Dragon Ball Z and the Flash confirmed.
All right, so let me see. What else we got? We got the Weather Wizard, the real Weather Wizard.
The real one too, the good one.
Yeah, the one who fucking actually accomplished more than like one hurricane or whatever the fuck that was. One tornado.
Hold on. I thought Spartacus learned powers how to create ice and make massive tidal waves.
You're talking Spartacus 2?
Who?
Who's not actually Spartacus?
That's Spartacus.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you're talking the Weather Wizard from this episode. He has much more control over weather powers than his little brother.
Oh, his little brother was a pussy.
So, yeah. So that guy, he's trying to kill not only Joe, but everything that Joe cares about. And that includes here, have a tsunami.
That was really cool though. That was some sick ass powers. Like, he was losing that tsunami, which is actually better than a tornado. 10 times better. Because his brother was just he was a puss cake. It's like, dude, really?
Okay,
really?
but hold on. What if he took time to harvest his powers and learn how to better control them. Where the brother was just a straight up idiot that just wanted to go gun ho and fuck it, I
Yeah.
got some powers. Let's go rob this and go do that.
Well, actually, you have a point
That's
there,
actually
Rob,
very possible.
because he's the older brother, and like an older brothers will always be a little bit more smarter than the younger brother due to experience and knowledge, and so he had more knowledge and more time with his powers, unlike his brother who just, like you said, gung ho. He had more experience because he's older. I know that sounds stupid, but it happens.
All right, Lou, I'm looking at your lower third. What day is it?
I don't know.
Do you know what day it is?
It's the 17th. I went back in time. We're not having this conversation.
No, we had this conversation. It's just going to be erased.
Exactly, folks. It's going to be erased from time.
All right, so we have Cisco figuring out who Dr. Wells is. We have, of course...
See, now, that part there was really cool, but the way it played back is like Dr. Wells recorded himself into that machine.
Yeah, it was like, that was kind of stupid, though. Like,
because,
really?
I mean,
Really?
if you notice how Cisco was standing in one area, but the reverse flash hologram kept, moving and changing his views away from Cisco, like if he was still looking at Dr. Wells when Dr. Wells was there.
Right.
My thought is that it's very possible that Dr. Wells has some sort of control board on his wheelchair, kind of similar to what I'm forgetting his name, the astrophysicist, Stephen...
Stephen Hawkins?
Thank you, yes. Similar to what Stephen Hawking has, where he can control what it did, and it just recorded.
Right.
That could be true,
And,
too. I mean, that whole scene was badass.
It was, because the reverse flash is so damn powerful. And he actually said, like, yeah, I'm more powerful than Barry, but I need his powers to get back home. Because, like I said before, it takes a shit ton of energy to go back in the past.
And that is actually goes back to, Isaiah, I'm going to give you an open forum for approximately 1 minute or less, depending on how quickly you annoy me. Why do you say everything you said has come true in this episode?
Well, because it was blatantly obvious. I'm going to explain the obvious parts, too, very quickly. It's because since I knew who the character was, Reverse Flash, he was insane and very, very smart and powerful. It was like, I thought like him. I thought like, what will Reverse Flash do? Will he do this? Will he do that? And it pretty much came true. He needed the Flash. He needed this. He needed that. He needed X, Y, and Z. And so when it came to go ahead. No.
He needed the Flash for what?
His power source. He needed the Flash. He was coaching up the Flash to become the Flash because he needs his power. He needs very. Go ahead.
Now, to your theory, Isaiah, how is he harnessing this power? Where is he keeping it?
Well, besides himself.
Is that where that Speed Force thing that he had on the chest of the costume in the closet comes into fact?
There we go. That was my theory. That fucking circular fucking source right there that he kept talking to Gideon about is like, well, if I take this stuff, that's gonna take us back a couple of years and whatever. Like that. That is where he's harnessing that power. That's where he's containing the Speed Force. And I think he's getting the Speed Force directly from the cosmic treadmill.
And also,
yeah, that's what I thought too. That he was getting it off the treadmill every time they kept sending Barry on that goddamn treadmill. Get faster, get faster.
Yeah.
Right, but and also, hoping to really do explore this too. Reverse Flash or Professor Zoom can create his own negative Speed Force for his own uses, but again, it's going to take time and take a lot of energy to do.
Now,
I don't think that's the case. I don't think that Edward Thawne in this storyline, in the comics, obviously he does, but in this storyline, I don't think he has his own powers. I think he has powers that he has taken from the Flash. I think that maybe
Right.
somehow he got Speed Force in the past and tried to take, or sorry, in the future, tried to take over the future using that. The Flash came back and defeated him.
Well, I mean, he did mention centuries when he
Yeah,
killed Cisco.
we're looking 500 years in the future is where he's from.
Right.
So
Right. And
now
he's.
I got a question. I know
Mhm.
this is coming from the trailer. We see that Eddie is going to go bad somewhat. Do you think Harrison Wells is going to take him under his wing and start
No.
teaching him how to be the Flash?
No, he's
No.
only going to become bad because of Gorilla Grodd. That I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know that for 100% sure, but I know that for 90% sure.
Yeah,
He's
because
going to get mind controlled by Gorilla Grodd.
yeah, and also
How does he
there's a
How does he become the Reverse Flash?
I don't think that's going to happen this season.
no,
If it
because
does, it's going to happen right near the fucking end. Like literally last episode.
it's complex. It's really complex to tell you the truth.
Because we know for a fact that Eddie Thorne's going to need that Speed Force,
Down
and he
the
ain't going to
road,
be as fast
possibly, yes.
as fast as Barry.
That is where the fun part comes into play because Reverse Flash, he can actually make the Flash slower. He can pretty much dictate how fast the Flash can go, and pretty much can alter his powers too at times if the Flash doesn't become aware of it. If he doesn't become aware of it, Reverse Flash has full control of his powers.
Well, we both know that. I don't think Barry is going to be able to control Harrison Wells. I think Harrison Wells is going to manipulate Barry at least up to some point next season.
Right.
I think this is. I think that Barry is going to find the killer of his mother, and deal with the killer of his mother by the end of this season.
I hope so, but I'm
Which
really
is
cool
only
about that.
a couple episodes to go. I think
Yeah, but-
that Harrison Wells is going to be in the pipeline by the beginning of next season.
Oh my god, that'd be so cool because if that does happen, we're gonna see some more crazy as hell villains in the Speed Force, like the Black Flash. He's like the Grim Reapers, like how you see the Grim Reaper for all types of superheroes. We might see him because it's death
Why
itself.
you gotta get racist? Why you gotta get racist?
No.
Like that?
Hey, that's the actual truth. His name is the Black Flash because
Okay, do
he's
we have
dead.
a Green
Is he
Flash?
black? Is he African American?
No,
Stop being
he's a
racist.
skeleton. No, he's a skeleton, really.
Stop being racist. So you're saying black equals dead equals stop being racist.
Oh well, you gotta deal with my racism. But again, I hope if they do bring that out next season, oh my god, that'd be so awesome. It'd be just because you can outrun death.
Wouldn't you think
The
that they're
Flash
like
does.
pushing the envelope a little too fast?
But
Because I mean, dude, for the third time this year, well, the third time we're getting Captain Cold, and the second time we're getting Heat Wave.
yeah, but you have to understand that we're not going to have them after this season.
Right.
We'll
They
just
got
have them in
spin-offs.
spin-off.
Yeah, they got spin-offs. So we're going to start getting characters like Mirror Master and fucking Captain Boomerang and shit like that.
Oh god,
Right.
I don't. They just sound boring. I can
Yeah.
control the mirror.
So does Captain
Whoa.
Cold. Captain Cold sounds fucking boring too, but look what happened.
That's different though.
Yeah, he's cool.
But second pun you said in less than a minute.
And again, if they do tap into that storyline of the Black Flash, that'll open up a lot more doors for the Flash itself because you're going to more characters, you're going to more because this is where the Flash has his greatest challenge is facing death itself. Next to Reverse Flash, he has to outrun death itself, which is no easy task. And if he outruns
But
death,
see,
then
okay.
he's pretty much okay.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's the storyline that they're actually going to show in this show. At least
Yeah, I don't see it. But what I like what they're doing with this season, and it's kind of like with Arrow. You have your small sub villains, and then your overarching villain is Roz, and in this one it's actually Harrison Wells. Who do you think would be the overarching the main villain going into season 2? I think they might
Gorilla
focus
Grodd.
more onto Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah, right.
Right, because he's
At
amazing.
least I hope so.
I hope so too.
I think Grodd may try and break out Harrison Wells, and maybe
Or-
even accomplish that goal.
Or kill him.
I don't know. Like Gorilla Grodd is very much like Planet of the Apes. Like gorillas are in control, but
Well,
he
he
is
has
very
to. Yeah,
helpful to those. He has always helped to those who are helpful to him.
right,
But
but
he
he
doesn't portray humans.
but
Well,
he
he
has
has
other
portrayed,
powers too.
but he doesn't in general portray the humans who help him.
Right, but he had other powers too, like animal control, mind control, and mind transformation, like transformation and telekinesis bolts, which I know sounds.
Okay,
quite.
now, do you think Harrison Wells is going to help create him some type of device where he can do most of these powers?
I mean, that's a very possibility because Gorilla
Or
Grodd
do
is
you think? I
very
mean,
rich.
I know we saw the general walking out of some fucking weird thing in that trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Gorilla Grodd gets something from the general's camp? Because you see that they had
I
some.
think that if it's created by Cisco and somehow given a Gorilla Grodd. I think maybe
I
Cisco
would say
is
so,
tricked
too.
into making it.
Yeah, I would say he was tricked into it because it'd be really cool because Gorilla Grodd plays in the shadows most times. He pretty much he's a puppet master when he just plays around to superheroes or villains because whatever he's doing, he's always planning something new and creative around his opponents or allies. So I really hope they make Gorilla Grodd pretty much a super intelligent gorilla than just a average gorilla.
Well, he's already super intelligent. We've already seen it. He talks. The question
that's
is whether or not he has telekinesis, whether or not he can do mind control.
Well,
We
he
haven't seen
kind
that
of
yet.
talks like Caesar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Still.
have full speech yet.
We don't know that he doesn't have full speech. It's very possible that
He could.
that he's someone who doesn't talk because he doesn't want to be viewed as dumb. It's you can be quiet and be thought of as dumb, or you can open your mouth and prove it. Like he might have that particular way of thinking. He might be like, you know what? The less I speak, the more intelligent, the more of a surprise it is when I fucking do shit.
That's a possibility too.
True.
But again, it's not just talking that makes you intelligent, but how you create or pretty much build technology around you will make you really smart. Because remember, he Wells built that thing that I forgot, accelerator, right? He might have some other help too behind closed doors, like Gorilla Grodd. Maybe.
I
don't know.
still feel Barry's the one who killed his mother, not realizing it.
That would be really sad, but really cool to think about.
Well, I mean,
And I wouldn't agree because Harrison Wells all but admitted in this particular episode that he was responsible for her death.
Well, he went back there to kill Barry, and since Barry went back with him, them fighting, Barry could have been the one that accidentally killed her, thinking Harrison did it.
That's true too.
No, I don't think so. I think Harrison Wells pretty much admitted that it was him who did it in this episode.
But he didn't admit anything.
He said that killing Nora
Remember, all
Allen
reversed.
was not
Remember,
his intention.
retcon.
He went back to kill Barry.
But we don't know that anymore because it didn't take place.
It was
in this
all
episode.
retcon.
It happened before. I fucking hate you. I hate you both. You're using Isaiah logic, Lou.
Well, no, I'm
What
using
did you say?
using the Flash logic from last night. Nothing took place. Everything got erased.
No, him admitting it didn't take place. However, this was outside of that time loop, which means it still happened.
So,
It's like just because they ended up having a time loop over this past 3 days doesn't mean the U.S. didn't still have the Olympics in 1984. 1984 had nothing to do with this time loop. Him killing Nora had nothing to do with this time loop.
Oh man.
Like that happened before the time loop, which means him admitting it has nothing to do with the fact that he did it.
Hey, but did you see what's her fucking name? What is her name? Caitlin?
Yes, Caitlin
Did you
Snow.
see her? Did you see her reaction to
Not
was gone?
Caitlin Snow. What's that?
When she looked back and noticed that Harrison was gone? Her reaction was like, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. She is really bad at trying to keep attention.
Right. She really is.
Oh my God! If I was Harrison Wells, I would have been like, dude, why are we here? You're not keeping
Right.
me. You're acting really suspicious.
She has a bad poker face.
Yeah, she was awful in that scene.
He could tell easily, like, okay, so, okay, I know what's something up here. Okay, I'm gonna leave you now. Bye-bye. And
Yeah,
also,
and there's a question: did he actually zip away, or did he just walk away?
hey, no one saw him. No one saw him. Like, wait a minute, who was in this chair
he
again?
could have done both.
No.
I mean,
Yeah,
when you look,
but also,
camera pans back, and you're like, damn. At least we know when Barry takes off, they show some napkins flying and whatsoever.
no,
That,
he was
that
super.
is my actual one question, is that it seems pretty obvious to me that he is harnessing Barry's power to power up the suit, and somehow he is harnessing the suit's power for himself. I don't think he has power on his own. I think the suit powers him up.
Well,
and then
since he went back. Sorry.
I actually agree with Matt Stain. Remember that one episode where he fell to the floor and he was shaking? So
Yeah,
I think he needs to get power off the suit to control it.
I think that somehow, like when he puts on the suit, some of that power transfers into his body, so he's able to do things like super shake his hand and fucking put it through Cisco. Like, he obviously wasn't wearing the suit when he had that, but he had the power.
I can actually explain this a little bit more. Because since he went back in time, he used up a lot of power. He used up most of all his powers. And he needed the suit, which is true. He needed the suit to pretty much sustain himself because he still has the power. He still has the power, but he needs more like help, more assistance to actually get it out in the first place. And so, if he doesn't have that daily supplies of the Speed Force within him, well, let's say it like this: when you vibrate so fast, you will be part of Speed Force, which Matt already knows that too.
Okay, so when he doesn't get his daily doses, he's feeding like a crackhead.
Pretty much.
That is a strong possibility, though. Is that something I had not considered? Is that he is superpowered, but he's nowhere close to as fast as the Flash, and that to make himself as fast as the Flash, he ends up having to utilize some of Barry's powers.
Right.
Barry or Wally's powers, because if we start introducing Wally, that could make this storyline very interesting.
Yeah, but how can you stop someone who can use your own powers against you? That's be interesting.
That would be a good story.
Make him run out of those powers. The same way fucking Superman uses what's the guy that zaps Superman's powers and then can use them? Same way Superman does is just make him run out of that power.
Well, that's even harder to do because again, Reverse Flash.
Barry doesn't run out of power. Barry doesn't have limits.
That's true.
This guy only has so much. He has a battery, and that battery only has so much juice that it can be in there.
Yeah, but if he's taking the power from Barry at the same time, I mean, yeah, I get where you're going. You're basically saying just feed him the energy until he burns out?
No, the opposite is make him run. Make him run to keep up with Barry. Barry can fucking do it forever. Reverse Flash can't. Reverse Flash has a finite battery, with Barry has an infinite battery.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, we forgot to talk about one thing. We forgot to talk about one thing. When Barry and Joe was in the car and it was raining like crazy due to Weather Wizard 2, and he saw that lightning come down, Barry was like almost close to faster than the speed of light because that lightning was coming down quick. It was like, oh shit! And that was some epic shit. I was like,
see,
wow.
You know what I noticed with Barry in this episode? It seems to be like you just said there. He got him and Joe out the car relatively super fast because that lightning was like hugging his cheek.
Yeah.
When he notices impotent danger, he becomes faster.
Right.
Imminent danger. Impotent danger would be it would be something else. Imminent danger, yes.
You got what I was trying to get.
Yes. Impotent danger would be like Isaiah saying that he's going to kick my ass. That would be impotent danger. That would be like, yeah, you have fun with that. Imminent danger would be like if Isaiah with an AK-47 said, "I'm at your house and I'm about to shoot you through the head." That would be imminent danger.
Well,
I wouldn't say that though.
because you see when he was creating the wall for the tidal wave, well, for the tsunami,
Yeah.
he ends up going back in time a few days, because he doesn't realize he's surpassing his limits.
Right.
I don't think he is surpassing his limits. I don't think he's seen his limits. I think he went back in time completely by accident, and I think he's got a long way to go to being able to control it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, the way it looked was like, when you first saw that one scene earlier in the episode, I'm thinking, what the fuck, is Wally West here from the future or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
If you watch that scene and you're like, what is the purpose of this scene? What is the purpose of this 3 seconds? Why are they putting this in here? And then we see it again, and it's like, oh my goodness, oh, that's awesome.
So
Right,
he's running, oh shit, I gotta run because I gotta protect my girl. I gotta protect Iris because she's down here. And all this and that. He's just running. Next thing you know, boom, he's back to where he saw the dog and, hey, catchy, and all that other shit.
It's like, yeah, that was kind of creepy and really cool, but again, I have to really stress this out the most, that I really hope they don't lean so much on time travel. I really hope they don't.
No, I think they have to at this point. I think him being able to control his powers, to be able to time travel, has to be a major storyline. If not by the end of this season, during the next.
Yep.
And I have to believe that in the next few episodes, that motherfucker is going 15 years back in time. Possibly to the future first, and then 15 years back in time, fighting Reverse Flash.
My only thing was that one scene was missing Doc and Marty.
And the clock tower.
And the clock tower, yeah. 88 miles an hour.
Right. And plus, here's the one funny thing I have to put up, ask, because when Wonder Wizard was in the police station and Joe's the only person staring at him, is that really just me, or is no one not really paying much attention to what Joe was looking at? Like, wait a minute, he's looking at, we should pretty much do our work. Okay, but okay.
No, I know what you're talking about, and I kind of had a problem with that as well. It was easily forgettable because it was such a great episode that it was easily forgettable. That we had seen a scene of that lobby before, and there's no fucking desk in the middle of that lobby. None.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, like 2 scenes later, all of a sudden there's a desk, and they're leaving this freaking wizard wand in the middle of this desk, and Joe's walking away from it, going back into the bullpen. Like, hey, you know what? You're going to have to fight this bad guy. You should totally keep that weather wand right there in the middle of everything where it could be stolen by anybody. Like,
right.
That kind of pissed me off.
The other good thing about that is now the captain ain't paralyzed no more.
That's true. That's actually a good thing, too.
The captain is not paralyzed. Joe does not have a broken leg. Joe does not have internal injuries, which is why he's bleeding out of his mouth. There's no tsunami coming at the city. Iris does not know who freaking the Flash is. Iris has not kissed Barry. They've not gone on the date, which means Linda has not gotten pissed off at him. Fucking Edward Thon or Eddie is not.
Actually, I think they did the date. Remember, they were bowling. They did do the date because they were bowling, and then the phone call came in to go to the morgue.
Right, they did. The phone call came into that play after the bowling.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Oh shit! And then his girlfriend being, I don't blame the girlfriend.
That's taken place so far.
You're right. Okay, so
I don't blame the girlfriend.
So the only thing that happened was the date.
Yeah, I don't blame Barry's girlfriend being really upset and jealous over Iris and Barry's relationship because.
I don't blame the girlfriend, and I don't blame Eddie because really.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
Iris should have known better than to go up to Barry and like literally rub her finger and take the ketchup off his face. You don't do that.
Yeah, it's like, right, like damn.
Not when you got your man literally 3 feet from you.
I do that to Isaiah whenever Charles is around. That doesn't bother Charles.
Well, Charles, he doesn't care that much.
Charles is not a lover.
The two of you are in an open relationship. I apologize. I always forget that.
But I couldn't help but feel even more. You go ahead. I feel sad for Eddie and his Barry's girlfriend. Like, damn, I kind of feel bad for you guys because you just feel like the odd man out. It's like when
They
Tommy
did.
and Laurel and Oliver, yeah, Tommy and Oliver and Shovelface had that relationship. You feel like someone was the odd man out, and which was Tommy. And so it was kind of aggravating to me because I like Tommy for what he is, and I like Eddie, and I like somewhat of Barry's girlfriend, whatever. And they just get disrespected.
Just so you know, I almost muted you for using the word shovel face again. I just want to let you know.
Yo, the
Hey.
one thing that would have been funny as fuck is if when Iris was touching Eddie on the shirt, if the ketchup stain would have ended up showing up.
That is so true, but oh man.
That's what I was over like. Oh shit, she just wiped off that ketchup. Now she's patting Eddie on the chest and shit. All we need now is a big ass smear of ketchup.
Right. It's like, come on, Iris, this is a new jacket. What the fuck?
All right,
Oh, man.
so we got this one last topic that I can think of, and then we'll go into wild speculation. What the fuck was up with Joe? Why is Joe fucking throwing his schlong out there like, I need to fucking take this motherfucker down by myself, even though he knows he can't do it?
Right.
What the
That
fuck was up with that shit?
Well, I honestly felt he was doing it to protect everyone around him. He
I
didn't want
understand that,
he
but
didn't
he's
want
not
to get hurt.
Barry.
When
with the
he
exception-
when he and Barry were fucking having lunch, the first thing in my thought was, thank goodness Joe has a fucking bodyguard. Like, between the two of them, Joe's not the scary one. Joe's not the one who should be protecting people. That's fucking Barry. So what the fuck was he doing going, you know what, Barry, you stay here. I got this shit. No,
Doesn't
you
make
don't
any
have
sense.
this shit. You
Right.
don't.
Right. He's more powerful than his younger brother. Way more powerful. And he knows
Well,
what the fuck he's doing.
Okay, it's simple here. I believe it was just ego. His
I'll say
ego
it's
took
wrong.
over where his machismo was like, I can handle this. I took out the brother, but in reality, you only took out the brother because Barry distracted him.
Yeah, long enough for you to shoot him.
That pissed me off because Joe should be smarter than that. Joe
I
should
know,
know
Joe-
better than that.
And Joe was talking mad shit too to him, like, "Oh, like I killed like I killed your brother." Oh yeah. It's like, really, dude?
Yeah, but see,
Really?
but
You're
that-
No,
really
no,
that
no,
goes-
no. That was smarter Joe. That was very smarter Joe. I know why he did that. He did that specifically. So Weather Wizard 2 would fucking kill him and not kill his daughter and not kill his adopted son. He did that
Yeah.
specifically so Weather Wizard would fucking kill him and be done with it.
Yeah, but again, this Weather Wizard was more, to me, more interesting, more believable because you actually, if you was in his shoes, you kind of would feel sad that your brother was killed by this cop. It's like, yeah, I would kind of avenge my brother's death too because he was shot and it was just something behind that. They had a close relationship, which we saw, which was kind of cool too.
So do we
That's
have
it.
any wild speculation?
I really don't.
I got
I mean,
one.
I
I do.
think what Barry's going to be forced to bring Captain Cold and Heatwave their guns next week.
No, he doesn't need to do that. That's actually a good wild speculation for me. That's just it. Heatwave and Captain Cold have already admitted that they fully studied and can build their own guns on their own. They mentioned that last time they were on the episode. They don't need Cisco's versions of the guns. They can make their own.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I don't really. Isaiah?
Sorry, I didn't mean to shut you down that hard, Lou. But yeah,
Well,
that was
mean,
covered quite a
I
few
didn't.
episodes.
I might have missed that part in the last episode. So hey.
Yeah,
Well-
Heatwave ended up getting fucked up. Remember in the first Barry battle in that episode,
Uh-huh.
and he told Captain Cold, "I want to thank you for making me learn my gun in and out." And he was repairing his own gun.
So now, yeah, okay. So they learn how to make their own guns.
Mhm.
Yes, absolutely. Anyone else? Isaiah, you were saying something?
Yeah, I think since Barry went back in the past, he pretty much has the knowledge that he knows now. I think and I'm just saying this is a wild speculation, he might have to kill Weather Wizard 2 because you can't really lock up that type of person. He's just overly powerful. He's nothing like the other Inhumans out there. This Inhuman is he's like storm powerful, who can control the weather, the oceans, and all that type of shit. So, I mean, to protect Joe and everyone else, you have to really do what needs to be necessary is to pretty much put him down.
But
I don't agree.
next episode
I don't agree. Now that they got the weather wand, obviously they can control his power.
What if it broke? What if it broke?
Well, if he's in the prison, he'll be fine because they can create a room that sucks out any kind of molecules.
That's true, but how can you again? What if the wand breaks? What if he does this thing? What if because he's not dumb like the other one?
But now we're looking at hypotheticals here.
Right.
Yeah. What if the mirror that's keeping Peekaboo ends up breaking? Like you're bringing up shit that's probably not going to happen.
That's also true too. This is the
like. Yeah. There's not really a way. Like I'm sure that they can figure out how to fucking make the entire room like the wand, or just have the fucking wand like protected against the motherfucker somehow.
But here's another question: what the fuck is powering that wand?
That's a good question.
Does it have an infinite power cell?
It could be the atmosphere itself. It could be the atmosphere itself is what's powering it, which is what's allowing it to be used. Yeah.
So what would you guys do in that situation if you knew how powerful Weather Wizard 2 was? What would you guys do in that situation?
Lock him up in a cell that he couldn't get out of.
And hope that nothing breaks him out.
Hope is
That's Gorilla Grodd, which is what I'm thinking is going to happen. I think Gorilla Grodd's going to break out to every motherfucker.
Yeah, but I think they have to kill
him. We know that next week they're fighting Captain Cold and Heatwave, so we know they're not touching on this episode again.
Really?
We might have to wait another episode or two before we finally find out what's going on with this whole particular arc.
Oh, damn it.
We'll see. All right, so unless we got something else, I'm going to wrap up. Anything? Bueller? All right,
homesick.
In that particular... What's that?
He's homesick.
Who's homesick?
Bueller. Actually, no, he's at the Cubs game with his girlfriend and what's the other guy's name?
He's at the parade singing that incredibly popular song.
I was really hoping you were saying Gorilla Grodd was homesick, because that would have actually been relevant. www.geeksaround.com is our new website. You should check it out. You should subscribe to discuss and put in comments. That would be awesome. You can also check out our videos on youtube.com/geeksaround. But just go to geeksaround.com. You'll see them all there as well. Also, leave us a message at 801-609-GOTR. That is 801-609-4687. Also, you can shoot us an email at geeksaround@gmail.com. I've been your host, Matt Moore, and I want to thank everyone for watching. Peace.